So this is a lovely little Attack R, as they were called, FP T2NR, 27 megs transmitter by Futaba. Lovely little transmitter. Used it a few times on that vintage Mardave mini stocks, that mini which I've now sold, so I don't really have any need for an old transmitter, so I sold it. I've got this box. This should fit it in, hopefully. Lovely job. I like it when I can get boxes that actually fit stuff in. So let's have a look in my little box of packing. I save every single piece of bubble wrap, every single piece of paper and stuff if we have anything delivered at any time. I make sure I save every single bit because, well, if ever you go to sell something and you've got to buy packing, it costs a lot of money for a roll of bubble wrap. But when you buy something, never ever forget, when you buy something and you pay postage, so you pay P&P, postage and packing, you're also paying for the packing, the box and the bubble wrap and whatever else, whatever you've bought is packed in. You're paying for that. And a lot of people just throw it away in the bin. Not me. I save every single bit because I've paid for that already. And I'm going to reuse it. I always do. So let's wrap up this transmitter nicely. And hopefully the person who buys it will be very, very pleased. I also sold this at auction. The person who won it hasn't got any information whatsoever, and usually when somebody wins something and there's no information about the person, it means that they're not going to pay, they're not going to collect it, you're not going to get any communication. That's from my experience. So hopefully that's not the case because, well, they won the auction, but this has been sold. The other generator went ages ago, so that went to a happy Dell boy. Lovely, that fitted quite well in there. Stick a couple of stickers in there, like that. And, very good. Nice. Tape it up, and that's that done. Well, I'm just spending a little bit of time sitting here looking through all the comments, and we've got some comments at the top here, look. For some reason, by the way, the comments don't come up on this app very often anymore. When I go on the laptop, on the desktop version of YouTube, that's when I see all the comments for some reason, and then that's why they're not marked as read. But my first Nitro was a Savage 21, a great truck and line of trucks. It's a shame HPI has struggled as a company. Yeah, well, lots of things do. Hi mate, sticks work fine. You are just inserting them incorrectly. The top of the... Oh, two people were on about that. Well, look. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out how these work. I mean, I didn't have a clue what they were. But once I'd looked it up and found out what they were and how to use them, it's obvious. I know I was being purposely... See, I'm constantly in kid mode. Kid entertainment mode. I just am. You know, do things that are silly to make people laugh. If you put both the end wheels the other way round, they do fit. But I just think these are... Why would you want to buy something... I don't know how much these cost. As I said, those wheels were bought for me by a very extremely generous subscriber and a channel member. By the way, if you want to become a channel member, you can, man. Just click on the member button and become a member. You get access to all the members stuff, members chat, early access to videos, shout outs now and again. I'm not very good at that, I must admit, but you do get them. And also you get first dibs on anything I sell. I always try, well, I do put up a members thing for if anybody wants to buy things that I sell. I have had a complaint about that. Apparently they don't come up, but I do it. And you get, you know, cheaper prices on stickers and everything else and bits and bobs. But anyway, he's also a channel member. Very good chap. And these came free because there was a mess up with the shipping. These came free with those wheels. And he said to me, what the hell's a tyre stick? I said, I don't know, let's look it up. So we looked it up, found out what they are. And it's just such an, it just seems like an unnecessary thing. I mean, the thing is, these are geared up to racers, yeah? And people who race, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's motocross, rallying, you know, cars, F1, whatever it is, yeah? Anything that is a racing, people pay silly money for things. I'll go into that in a minute. And also, they just buy loads of stuff because companies make something. They offer it to them, and they go, oh, that would be nice. So they buy it because a lot of them, they get sponsors and whatever else, but they just buy stuff, man, because it's like, oh, I need this because I go racing. I'm a racer. I need this. You don't need a stick to put your tyres on. If you really want to keep your tyres in place, just get a piece of string, put it through the tyres, and it keeps them together. I don't know how much these tyre sticks cost to buy if you was to buy some, but I know what I'd certainly do. I'd certainly either go out and find a stick on the ground, put them through the tyres and put a peg on either end, or just get a piece of string and thread the 4 tyres through a piece of string. It'll be a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a bloody packet of sticks to keep your tyres together. But that's just my opinion. So I said, racers, yeah, people who race things, they tend to just buy loads of stuff which is massively overpriced simply because they need it in order to do their racing, which is why companies make things, anything to do with racing, stupidly expensive because they know this. People they need it, so they'll just buy it. So as we know, I need a new Bellend, I need a new clutch bell for this MP9, right? And I thought to myself, well, what I'll do, I'll go to some shops, having a look around, and I like Red's racing stuff, Red stuff. You know, I like stuff which is meant for racers because usually they're pretty tough, you know, and some stuff is designed to sort of wear out after 1 or 2 races. I know that, but I couldn't believe the prices. One flywheel, yeah, just a flywheel, 50 quid. Unbelievable, eh? 50 pound, right? And one clutch bell, yeah, a Red's one, yeah, 20 quid, 20 pounds. I certainly didn't pay that for my Red's clutch bells when the ones that I've got on the other buggy and on the Savage SS project. There's a 4-shoe clutch on there, and that was, well, I can't believe the prices, man. I looked on several different shops, and they're all roughly the same price. £20 for a clutch bell. Now, I wasn't looking to buy because, well, I've got to be careful at the moment, so I'm not buying anything to do with hobby. It's all just going out the door, not coming in. But I was just had a bit of free time, so I was having a look, and I couldn't believe the prices. And then that made me think, I've got this bell at home. It's got far too many teeth on it. I don't know what it is. It's extremely out of focus is what it is. I don't think it's been used all that much. It's got a fair bit of use on it, but not a lot. There's a lot of dust on there. I might better see how many teeth it is. There's a lot of teeth anyway. Oh, there we go. 18. It's an 18 tooth Bellend. Oh, we won't focus, mate, will we? Where's it gone? There it is. At the top there. Oh, well, anyway, you don't need to see it. 18 teeth. The one that's in it is 13 tooth. So, there's a lot of teeth. I don't even know if it'll mesh to that spur gear, but I'm thinking I might just put that on it and it'll be completely geared wrong for what it is for the buggy, but it's better than paying 20 quid for a bloody clutch bell. I can't believe people actually pay it. But then again, racers, they need it. They go to the shop, they buy what they want, they go, they have a race, they have a happy time, and then they're skint, and then they get sponsored, and then they get more stuff. Simple as that. Right, so the reason it stripped in the first place was because there was only 2 bolts left holding the engine in, and those 2 bolts were loose. So that's why it moved. Anyway, we'll put that on there, I think. It's got bearings in it. This one, well, that bolt was just about to come out though. I haven't moved that. That's how that was. That was just about to come out anyway, so we'll put that down there. We'll take that bearing, that's probably a good bearing as well, and take that out of there. I don't know what bell this is. It's probably the original one that came on it. I'll probably put it back on. Yeah, so I'll put that in the recycling bin. Lovely. Clutch is alright, as you would expect it to be. Nothing wrong with that. So let's stick this bell on. It's got bearings in it already, and we'll see if it's in. Well, actually I could see if it's going to mesh up now, couldn't I? The spur is alright. Yeah, she meshes. Happy days. Those of you that take a lot of notice of things will probably be going, of course it'll mesh. Of course it'll mesh, you dickhead. But there we go. Let's stick a bolt in. I'll probably put a little bit of thread lock on it this time. I don't normally thread lock these because in my past experience, you thread lock them, they get stuck in there and then they strip out, not the ends, or round off. And they're a bloody pain in the arse to get out. So I've never ever thread locked them for the past, well, 15 years I've done thread lock these. But this one looks like it might be a bit of a pain and it might keep coming out. So I think I'll put a little dab of thread lock on it and keep it happy. Nicely done. Lovely. Now I've got to go through the bolts drawer and try and find 2 more bolts. Actually 3 bolts, because 2 fell out from the top and one's going to be missing from the bottom for quite some time now. So I'll find the right amount of bolts, put a little dab of thread lock on there, so hopefully that won't come out again. Happy days. Right, so I'm just having a look, trying to find another bolt for there. I've just put a dab of thread lock on all 3 of them. Trying to find one now that fits in there. It's been missing for ages. Not really, that one's a bit long. Could cut it down. Don't know what that's from. That's a nice one. It's too big though, that is. That won't fit in there. Far too big. Oh, look. If not, I might have some in another box. I've got recently, I say recently, I mean a while ago, I got rid of loads and loads of bolts and nuts and stuff. It's always the thing. You see them there and you're like, they're in the bloody way, I'm going to get rid of them. But when you want them, well, you get rid of them and then you want them. It's always the way. Anyway, let me look for a bolt, put it in there, and then we'll have all 4. And hopefully she won't move again. Just going through my little toolbox there full of different bags of bolts. And I reckon, it ain't got a washer. Them ones are, what they call them, some people call them flanged head or whatever you want to call them, bloody bolt with a washer on. I ain't got that. I might better find a washer that fits, but I reckon they might fit in there, you know. Well, they were too small for the underneath. However, well, that one snapped off. That one no longer has a head because the head is there. But so we're missing one. One day I'll take the engine out again and I'll get that out there and put a new bolt in, but for now I'm leaving it. I managed to fill in that bolt there that was missing with these, so now I know they're good for engine whatchamacallit bolts. The rest of these are all too big because they're for 1/5 scale, so I need to look somewhere else. And by look somewhere else I mean just forget about it. So we've got an 18 tooth bell in there now. Lovely. What else was wrong with it? Oh, we still got to fix those knuckles, but a £30 I ain't going to be doing that, so we'll leave that as it is. The lid can go on it. Let me find the aerial. Where's the aerial? Come on. I'll find the aerial in a minute. Oh, there it is. Happy days. The lid can go on, and we can move on. I keep getting comments from very nice people asking if there's anything they can do because they're in other countries or whatever, anything they can do to help me. And so I've been thinking about it, and I'm gonna share with you the GoFundMe. Now, what it is, I've got this motorhome which I bought about 3 years ago. I'll stick some pictures up so that you can see it. Some of you probably already seen it. Now, it's got to have a hefty repair bill, which I'm saving every penny for, because I want to get it properly done so that we can tour all of Europe at some point. Not in one go, obviously, but I want to do a tour of Europe, possibly meet some of you lot that are in different countries within Europe that we can drive to, as well as have a good time. I want to use it to go to that Paddlesworth RC events and any other RC event, as well as have some good family holidays. So a while ago I started up a GoFundMe, but then I deleted it because I don't like that kind of thing really. But then, as some people said to me, you're not actually asking, you're just putting it out there, and if anybody wants to help you, they can. So I started another GoFundMe. So you can, I'll put the link for the GoFundMe to help me raise enough money to get that properly done. Basically, it would just save me from borrowing money, basically, and paying interest on it. If anybody wants to help and I can get enough, I'll just be able to pay for it outright rather than borrow money to do it. You're more than welcome, and I'd appreciate all of you massively if you feel like doing that. Donate to that GoFundMe, or you can send me the equivalent amount to the PayPal, and that way I won't have to pay any fees. But yeah, if you want to help me with anything, you can help me with that, and that would be amazing. And who knows, maybe one day I'd get to meet some of you lot while in that. I know some of you in America and Australia. I'm not going to be able to drive there, but I still might meet you one day. But other than that, yeah man, that would help there would be more appreciated. Well, not more, it would be equally appreciated, but it would be amazing. You know, send me all the RC bits you want, and that's brilliant, but helping with that, getting that done, would be immense to me, because then it means we can go and do our family holidays and make memories and incorporate the hobby that I love and make videos for you lot. We can be in all different countries, man. France, Germany, Holland, Netherlands, wherever we can drive to, making RC videos with all kinds of different things, you know. Stuff a load of RC cars in the back of this motorhome, go off on a holiday, find all the skate parks and the jumps and everywhere, and meet a load of people. Anyway, the link for the GoFundMe will be in the description if you want to donate to that. If not, donate to the PayPal with no fees there. And yeah, let me know what you think of it from them pictures, because we had it about 3 years, and basically what happened was it leaked and the wood frame went rotten, and then it all started to fall apart. I started doing bits to it on with my spare time, but it's difficult, you know, because the wife, she doesn't like me not being around, although she hates me being around. She doesn't like me not being around. It's weird. So being out there, I could do like an hour on a Sunday, and it was taking me months and months and months. It took me over a year to do a little bit that I did here and there. So yeah, there we go, you lot. Thanks for being there anyway, regardless. If you like CB radio, just done a video on that. Right, so this is the standard Carnage, and this is the kids one, and I've decided, well, I suppose it doesn't matter who's who. Look at that, bloody hell. That's just from sitting around, man. It's splitting. I mean, I've seen tyres split pretty bad, but for new tyres, you know, that's pretty bad, isn't it? I wonder if they've been slit when I've been driving around. Look at that. I wonder if I've been driving over sharp stuff. Probably not, they're just splitting from just drying out. Anyway, this is the other one, the Carnage, which is standard, and I'm not going to do any mods to it because I want to keep one standard, as I keep explaining, and then put loads of modifications to the other one and see what the differences are. But what I am going to do is any mod that I can do using the parts that are already on it, I will do. And ever since one of you very clever people there decided to mention about taking the screws here and spinning it round, I thought that was brilliant. So I'm going to do that to this one, so that every time we start this I can just go very simple. Alright then, that is that done. That's that changed around. That's a lot better. We'll go and use these at some point in the near future. This one's still got the dust on it from the last time I used it. Interestingly enough, this one I bought for my daughter for Christmas 2019, so that means I actually bought it in 2018, which is weird. That's weird, isn't it? Or maybe I bought it in 2019 for Christmas 2020. Anyway, and the other one, that's the date code on there at 20th of the 2nd 2019. Yeah, it must have been. I must have bought it in 2019 to give to her for Christmas of 2019. The other one is 2021. So there's a couple of years difference between these, but they're pretty much identical. So nice. Thanks for watching. You're all massively appreciated. If you want to become a channel member, just press the member button. It'll help me out no end. Absolutely massively. If not, just think about subscribing. You never know, you might just enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Treat everybody equally. Treat everybody the same. Doesn't matter where or who they're from. Doesn't matter who or where they're from. And I'll catch you on the next one. Leave a comment as well what you want to see next. If you want to see the Savage project, if you want to see a Rush, if you want to see the Carnages, whatever you want, let me know and I'll do my best to make that happen. Cheerio.